Welcome back, guys. So with WWE Bad Blood right around the corner, I thought let me do my predictions for each match winner and something interesting that might or might not happen during the match. So just a quick caveat, I'm filming this before the go home Raw, so if any matches get announced, it's not going to be on my card. So I have the following matches. I've got Nia Jax versus Bayley for the Women's Championship. I've got Priest versus Balor. I've got Liv versus Ripley with Dom in the cage. I've got Roman Reigns and Cody versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. And I've got Punk versus Drew. So let's start with the first one. Nia Jax versus Bayley. So Nia Jax and Bayley had a match at SummerSlam. What am I saying? At SummerSlam, because Nia Jax won the Queen of the Ring, so she got the title shot, and that match was better than it had any right to be. So naturally, WWE is going to let them run it back. Now, the expectations for this one is significantly higher because they've already had a good match. Here's the problem with this. This story is done. There needs to be a new women's champion contender. And this is where step in Tiffany Stratton. My thoughts are that Tiffany Stratton might cash in on Nia Jax. Nia Jax did the whole thing where she choked Tiffany Stratton and Tiffany Stratton looked like she was about to turn. So I'm thinking the Tiffany Stratton turn is very close. Now, might Bad Blood be too soon? Maybe. Might they leave it for Survivor Series? Maybe. But I do think that this story is going to turn into a Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax thing, or at least that's my prediction. But regardless of the cash-in or not cash-in, Nia Jax is retaining against Bayley. The next match is Damian Priest versus Finn Balor with nothing on the line except these two guys really don't like each other. It's basically just an old school feud match. So this one is one of the tough ones to call in my opinion, but my thoughts are this. The Judgment Day, they're still starting to lose their credibility, and if Damian Priest beats Finn Balor, the story is done. The Judgment Day's lost all their credibility. So to keep them credible, I think Finn Balor absolutely needs to win this match. Now, might there be some shenanigans? Obviously. They're not going to let Damian Priest take the pin clean. So I do think there might be some shenanigans, but I do think for this to turn into a longer feud, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches, maybe leading to something at Survivor Series, maybe leading to something later on down the line, Finn Balor absolutely has to win this match. Next, we've got Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley with Dom in the shark cage. So just because Dom is in the shark cage, does that mean there's going to not be any interference? Of course not. There will be interference. So Liv has been the cowardly heel running away from Rhea Ripley the whole time because she can't match up physically to Rhea Ripley. She has to outsmart Rhea Ripley. So again, if Rhea Ripley just beats Liv, this story is done. And I think this story has legs to at least Survivor Series, and maybe when Charlotte comes back they could pivot into something else or some. I don't know yet, but I do think if Rhea wins, the story's just done. And I do think Rhea, as it is with most baby faces, I do think Rhea chasing is significantly more fun than her being champion. So I do think Liv will take the win by some kind of interference or some kind of shenanigans, something, but I do think Liv will be retaining. Next one, we've got Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Who had on their bingo card 1 year ago that Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes would be a tag team? I know I sure didn't. So this is one of those where neither team can lose. Is Roman Reigns taking a pin? No. Is Cody Rhodes taking a pin? No. If Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, if they lose, the new bloodline has lost every single shred of credibility. So neither team can lose, but you need a winner. So how do we do that? Dusty, screwy finish. Either some form of interference, but my bets are possibly, and this is what I'm hoping for, a Randy Orton or Kevin Owens heel turn against Cody. I think one of those two it's soon. And I do think there's going to be some kind of shenanigans for some kind of disqualification finish because neither one of these teams could realistically lose. So I do think that some shenanigans, and I don't think it's going to be from the bloodline side. I think it's going to be on their behalf, but it's going to be Randy Orton or KO. This is a bold prediction, but Randy Orton or KO turning heel. And then lastly, we've got Punk versus Drew in a Hell in a Cell match. Now, this is a Hell in a Cell match that actually fits the stipulation. Most Hell in a Cell matches lately, the last couple of years, have just been a Hell in a Cell match because it's a branded pay-per-view. This is a blood feud. These two guys can genuinely not stand each other. So I think this is going to be an old school, brutal Hell in a Cell match. But ultimately, WWE they're on the precipice of starting to push Punk as a main, well, he's already in the main event. I mean, this is literally the main event, but as a title contender. And for them to do this, Punk needs this win. Drew doesn't need the win. It would be nice for Drew to get the win, but Punk absolutely needs this one. Anyway, guys, that's my prediction. Let me know what you think, and let me know who you think is taking every single win, and maybe let me know some bold predictions that you might have for the pay-per-view. Until next time, hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.